Ahava blessings and welcome to this video. We're doing a little program of Voices from Eden, and this is a pre-recorded, not a live one. And in this video, I'm just going to share a few insights on January 2021. I'm going to talk about the astrological movement, and also I'm going to talk about the spiritual manifestations that will be happening, that we will be feeling here in this 3D, uh, this three dimension that we're all living in right now. And so I have with me this beautiful altar that we created in the full moon in Cancer ceremony. That was a very special ceremony for me. And as we did start the year 2020 with a full moon in Cancer, and we finished it with a full moon in Cancer, I felt that we had been really sustained by the Divine Mother, and she had always been there with her fullness. Um, and then it's quite interesting because when I did the ceremony on December the 30th, which is yesterday, because I'm recording this on the 31st, I felt the urge to watch the ceremony that I facilitated on January, I think it was the 10th of 2020, in the full moon in Cancer. And I could really feel how the energies were so different, and very curious because I was already talking about in that ceremony about the changes that were to come, and that the things that we would be experimenting, that something powerful was going to come to make us go into a dark night of the soul, because I had looked at the astrology, but I didn't really think it would come in the form of such a powerful pandemic. Um, so as I speak to you, I've been doing my rituals all day on saying goodbye to 2020, and honoring the pain, honoring the death, honoring this dark night of the soul that we all have gone through collectively and individually. We all are different. We don't see things the same way as we used to see them. We value the simple things, and hopefully we can start to learn how to work together and co-create something um, with respect. And I'm using the word respect because it's not easy. I tend to use the metaphor of a family, because when we are in family, all of us are different, and sometimes it's difficult for people to get to understand each other and to get along in a family. I mean, just take that and expand it, humanity. As long as we start to respect each other and respect our views, I think that there could be a lot of change, and we can start coming close to working within this unity, the unity consciousness that Aquarius is delivering to us. So let's start, okay? And well, we already have started. So we are going into, I just want to have my notes with me when I speak to you. January 2021 is the universal, it's a 6 universal month. Okay, so the numerology of the month is 6. And how do we get that? We add number 1, which is January. Okay, it's the first month, with 2021. So 2021 is a 5, plus the 1 adds up to a 6. So we're going into a year 5. This is very important. A year 5, because 2021 adds up to a 5. So 5 is about creativity. It's about freedom, and it's about new ways of thinking. Okay, and 5 is also the 5 elements. It is the teacher here on earth, in the earthly realm. And the insight I'm applying in my life is that in this number 4 year, even though I think we were really held by the Divine Mother, we were working with the 4 elements. We're working with 4 fingers, I kept thinking, and now we're working with 5 fingers, the whole hand. And when we work with all of the elements, we work with the hand of God. So I think that we have the opportunity to be guided. It is an action year. There's a lot of action, and it's not like it's going to change all of a sudden. I mean, we're pretty much going to be in the same energy that we're in, with the same problems for a while. But things will start to speed up. But number 5 is the number of a teacher here on earth, teacher who manifests. And it's a number of movement. It's a power number. In In numerology, the numbers 3, 5, and 8 are numbers of a lot of movement. So there will be a lot of movement. And in the tantric numerology, 5 is the physical body. It's the physical body. So we need to work physically. There's lots of action, lots of creativity, lots of freedom, rebellion, and new ways of looking at things. So we're going into January, which is the number 6. And just to begin the year with the number 6 is medicinal, because 6 is the divine feminine, and 6 is a number that really corresponds with the energy of Cancer, the energy. I see 6 a lot, very much as a solar feminine, as loving, community, nurturing, mothering. So we begin this month with a sense of knowing that we need to take care of ourselves, that we need to nurture ourselves, that we need to know how to mother ourselves, because 2021 is all about continuing to evolve, to mature as a humanity. You know, we had that dark night of the soul. We initiated, sorry, not had, we're still in it. We initiated the dark night of the soul in 2021, and pretty much to start growing up as a humanity, to start maturing. Our souls need to mature. And now, as we go into 2021, it's a continuation. So, to be able to mature, we need to know how to mother ourselves. And with this, we can apply. We can apply this to our lives. I mean, for me, until I really understood what mothering meant, knowing how to mother myself, knowing how to take care of myself, and knowing how to place those limits in my life, just like my mother would, I was chaotic. And once I started mothering myself, I matured. I grew up. Doesn't matter how old you are. There's a time in our lives that we need to grow up. And this is what's happening in humanity. So to begin with the number 6 is to begin with the idea of mothering, of nurturing, of knowing that we need to take care of ourselves, knowing that we need to love ourselves. And this is a very, very beautiful message, because we start the year with a very, very divine feminine energy. I mean, 6 is beauty, 6 is compassion, 6 is unconditional love, and relaxation as well. So I relate number 6 sometimes, well, not sometimes, a lot of times, to the Empress and the Tarot, but also with Mother Mary. I think for me, the number 6 is a very strong Mother Mary vibration, whereas number 7 is Mary Magdalene. So I do think of purity. I think of the Immaculate Conception. I think of stillness, and in that stillness to cultivate beauty. And when I talk about beauty, it's a spiritual beauty. And the spiritual beauty always manifests in the external as beauty. And we can feel that beauty. That beauty, in the Kabbalah, Tiferet, the heart, is beauty and harmony. So it's that type of beauty. So we begin this year with the number 6. And I think the month of January is going to bring us into that state of grace, of beauty, and of mothering. I mean, one of the messages I always received this last year from Mary Magdalene was about learning how to be mothers, that all of us need to learn how to be mothers, men and women, not just women, that we need to activate the archetype of the mother. We need to be our own mothers. We need to heal the mother, which is healing our relationship with the divine feminine, healing our relationship with the sacred feminine within, and healing the relationship with what mothering means in our own physical mother. And with the planet Earth. So, you know, a lot of insight, and it's a good month to begin a practice, maybe of chanting some mantras that are connected with the divine feminine. Maybe you want to chant a Lakshmi mantra, a Sarasvati, or even some of the Aramaic mantras that I like to chant, that we will too today. We'll do the Shlom Lech, the Hail Mary in Aramaic. Okay, so let me just look at my little cheat sheet. So what we have is in January, on January 5th to 6th, depending on where we are, Mars enters Taurus, which is really a relief. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be movement. There will be movement, because Mars is in the light, the spiritual warrior that goes beyond all obstacles, and the shadow is war. And Taurus is earth, okay? But Mars was in Aries for a very long time, and Mars doesn't usually stay that long in a sign. So we had a lot of turmoil, and then it went retrograde in Aries. So Mars is going to be in Taurus until March the 3rd. Okay, so there will be a lot of movement on a collective level with anything that has to do with the earth. And Taurus is about resources. Okay, not just the home and not just being earthly, because Taurus is connected to Venus, pleasurable, beauty as well, but it is about resources and about structures that create those resources. So in this time, okay, these are my insights, and you can listen or not. I mean, you don't have to agree with me. In this time between January 5th, 6th until March the 3rd, this is a really, really good time to work on your finances. Okay, this is a really, really good time to go beyond any obstacles or any fears that we have regarding our resources. And I would even say that it's a good time to, well, it's a good time to invest, but not during the retrograde in Mercury that you will have for 21 days. Okay, so just cut out that retrograde in Mercury, and I'll tell you when that starts. But it's a good time to invest and really work on your resources. I mean, I've already planted my seeds of what I want to create materially, and I'm really, really going to work on that between January the 6th and March the 3rd. And for me, it does begin in January the 6th. So again, a number 6. And I know that it's very infused by the energy of the divine feminine. So then after that, we have on January the 8th until March 15th, Mercury enters Aquarius. Wow. I love Mercury. Okay. And I've got to know Mercury, and I have become very good friends in this past 2020 year, because I was in a number 8 from my numerology. I'm going into number 9. And even though the number 8 corresponds to different planets, the sun being one, it also corresponds to Mercury. And I learned a lot from Mercury this year. And I chanted the Mercury mantra every single morning. And so Mercury is a lot more than what I thought it was. I mean, it's not just, people say Mercury, the lower mind, communication. I see Mercury having a very, very strong connection with the Archangel Sandalphon and Metatron. So I worked a lot with Metatron this year, and the blessings that I receive with Mercury, understanding not just the communication is with all of you. I'm communicating with all of you, and also the communication that we may have with the light beings and the planets, definitely, but also on how I communicate with everything that exists, how I communicate with my soul, how I communicate with my thoughts, how I communicate with my ritual, with my altars, with beauty, with money, with my home, with my car. And so I really, really worked hard in 2020 with this type of communication and understanding how to purify the energy of Mercury, because Mercury has to do with the internet and has to do with us speaking through the internet. And also Mercury has to do with how to create business and how to create connections for your business. And so Mercury showed me a lot, and especially on how to be authentic and how to be myself, especially when I'm communicating with you. A lot of times we think, and since a lot of people are working online now, we tend to think that we need to be a certain way. I've been working online since 2014 when I opened up my school. But when I recreated my website and my business and my branding, I was told, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to act this way, you need to wear these colors. And I was like, no, that's not what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do the things authentically. And what this means is that, and I'm transmitting this to you right now because I want to be transparent. Sometimes I need to get a message out, and it's not about me, the message. It's about the message reaching all of you. I'm the vehicle. It doesn't matter. I'm really not in the equation. Okay. So sometimes when I feel that I do need to transmit this message, maybe I'm not so cautious or so protective about the form. Maybe I just like record quickly on my phone and then just put it out there because it's for you. And I know according to a lot of people that shouldn't be done in this marketing world. But Mercury has taught me that I should do it the way I authentically think it should be done. And so Mercury going into Aquarius gives us just an expansion of this energy of communication and being authentic and finding new ways of communicating. You know, Aquarius is governed by Uranus, which is the higher mind, and Uranus is just a higher octave of Mercury. So when they work together, and I think that Mercury and Aquarius will be working together, I feel a lot of expansion. I feel maybe learning how to communicate with respect. This is the light. The shadow is the opposite. We may find that, but my intent is to give you tools to go into the light, to work with Mercury in the light. So I think there's a good opportunity, especially understanding that it's time to create community online, not just physically. This is one of the big projects that I'm going in right now, and that's why I told you that I'm establishing this when we have Mars entering in Taurus. It's very important to create community and friendships online, and it's okay to do so if we can't see each other right now, and not just because of the pandemic, but maybe we live in different parts of the world. It's very important to cultivate that. And I think Mercury and Aquarius will give us more of a broader thinking and more of expansion when it comes to communication, and not just with technology, the internet, but how we can communicate with other people and how to understand how other people communicate and how to feel. I mean, I'm already feeling this Mercury in Aquarius, and I just um, I have a friend who's going through a very, very difficult breakup right now, and her partner moved out, and I can feel her pain. And yeah, I'm an empath, and we always feel, but this is different. I can communicate with her, and I feel that in my sadhana, in my practice, when I send her prayers, I really feel like she's receiving those prayers. And this is another thing that we can practice when Mercury goes into Aquarius. If I can send an email in 2 seconds, I can I can send an email to you with my mind in 2 seconds. My thoughts, my intentions, and my prayers are so powerful now. And that's what I really want to work on. And I think that it would be beautiful if we all try this. So there's a good moment for in that Mercury and Aquarius energy. Um, on January the 8th, Venus enters Capricorn. This is really, I like Venus and Capricorn. Some people may not like Venus and Capricorn because Capricorn is a strong energy. Capricorn is an energy of commitment and an energy of discipline. We all know this. Why do I like Venus in Capricorn? Because I'm a rising Capricorn. And when Venus goes into Capricorn, she wants commitment, she wants stability, not only in relationships, intimate relationships, but also relationships with our family and our friends, and also stability when it comes to resources. So this is a good combination with Mars going into Taurus and Venus going into Capricorn. Again, Taurus, the connection with Venus, it's a really, really good time to work with our resources, but in a loving way, not with fear. You know, sometimes when we have to deal with finances, we're like, ah, I don't want to look at my finances. I don't know what's going on there. I used to be like that, okay? um, but it's a good time to understand, to do it pleasurably, to do it as a ritual. Maybe say, okay, just take one day a week or maybe every day and just sit and look at your finances. I mean, I do it every day. I take half an hour every day to look at my finances. And if I need to look at them and work on them more and organize them, I take longer. But this is something that Venus and Capricorn is going to ask us to do, to be grounded with love, with our relationships, and to find stability in the tangible world and resources and friendships and in the intimacy with our partners. Now, I will be publishing articles in my blog to talk deeply about these transits so that you can maybe work on them. Okay, but I just want to give you the energy of January. Then we have on January the 13th, on the 12th for some people, we have a new moon in Capricorn at 23 degrees. And the Pluto-Saturn conjunction in January 2020 in Capricorn was at 23 degrees. Issues are going to come up again regarding what happened in that conjunction with Pluto and Saturn. So government restrictions, things are going to come up again. We may be going into that whole government restrictions again, and who knows, maybe lots of lockdowns. I mean, something is going to come up because some issues haven't been solved yet and haven't been resolved or revealed. Okay. So this, in this new moon, very important because Capricorn is about wealth, about prosperity, about commitment and discipline and climbing the mountain towards our goals. Um, and remember that Capricorn is a goat, not a sheep. And goats don't like to follow the flock. Okay. But things may come up, things that we haven't settled or healed yet, just to let you know. And as always, I will be doing my ceremony, my new moon ceremony, through the Magdalene Lunar Rose membership, where we work with the teachings of Mary Magdalene, the Spiral, Rosa Mystica, and the Christ lineage to do all of our seeding and all of our celebrations. Okay, then we have on January 14th, Uranus stations direct, and this is rebellion. There's going to be some type of rebellion, manifestations, a little bit of chaos there. But briefly, we will have between January the 14th and January the 30th, no retrogrades. No retrogrades. Okay. When I talk about all this, I'm getting a lot of energy, and a lot of messages right now. Okay. I just need to calm down because when I receive all these messages, they're powerful. When I talk about these transits, we're not only going through these transits, all of us together, but we're going through them individually. And that's why I got just a big, big message right now about rebellion. Okay, Anna, calm down. But between the 14th and the 30th, when Mercury goes retrograde, there are no planets in retrograde. This is peace. This is flow. So there will be flow. Good time to start businesses. Good time to invest. A great time to begin relationships. Okay. And then on January the 28th, we have the full moon in Leo, okay, at 9 degrees, which is a big difference because we've been having full moons at 8 degrees. 9 is the number of new beginnings and finishing and endings. So, and I think Leo is going to bring us a lot of royal energy. I love the sign of Leo. And then on the 30th, Mercury goes retrograde in Aquarius. That is going to be powerful. And this first Mercury retrograde, we really need to go within. It's about going within. And there's going to be a lot of energy of the mind, a lot of it's an opportunity to reprogram our thoughts. And as we go into this 200-year cycle of air, we need to learn how to reprogram those thoughts because air is about our thoughts and about the mind and about inspiration as well. So it's going to be a really powerful 21 days of going within to have an opportunity to reprogram our thoughts. And we also have a Venus gate on January 11th, and it's the gate of manifestation, which is connected to the root chakra, of course. And then we're going into, Venus goes into Capricorn on the 8th. So it really just aligns with that Venus gate of manifestation. I really would love to do a beautiful ritual for manifestation on that day. I'll let you know, and if I can't organize it as a live workshop, I will put it up here on YouTube so all of us can do this beautiful ritual of manifestation as Venus enters into that gate. So I'm just gonna have a little bit of my tea. Okay. I'm really excited that I could be here with all of you on the 31st. And as you know, that I do a lot of Shabbats with Krishna Rose, and we did the celebration for the solstice and the great conjunction. I will be talking a lot about this great conjunction and about the energies of Jupiter and Saturn this year, but little by little. I just wanted to give you some insights for January 2021. I feel really blessed to be here. This month of December 2020, we've done a lot of open gatherings. And open means free of charge, really, that just anyone can come. And I've really felt held by all of you. I feel blessed, and I know that a lot of you write me and say thank you, but I'm saying thank you to you for everything that you give me. And this is a co-creation. With when we come together, we co-create. And what do I feel about January as the energies are pouring into my field and the messages? I do believe it's a continuation because the cycles, the astrological cycles don't follow the calendric year. Okay. Um, there is a continuation, but of course it's different because this is a number 5 year, definitely. Um, what I advise for January, what I think is really, really important, I'm really going to pinpoint that Mercury energy, the Mercury going into Aquarius, the opportunity to expand our communication, the opportunity to understand that the mind is infinite. It's infinite, and we have infinite possibilities to be inspired, to receive inspiration, but we need to become that vessel to receive inspiration. And we do have this opportunity in this number universal month of six, number six, to be the vessel. And number six teaches us how to be the vessel. It's about the home. It's about the body being the home, very connected to that Cancer energy. And I think it's a very, very good month to start projects. And if you could start this before the 30th of January, when Mercury goes retrograde, it would be really good. Just sit and do your intentions, meditate, visualize. What do you want to manifest? And I say the word manifest, and I use it a lot because we are creative humans. That's what we're here to do. And when I say manifest, it's not just a business abundance, but it's also health. It's also peace. It's also balance, harmony, relationship, a house, a garden. So many things that we could manifest because we are creative humans. And what we do is we pull things down from the ether realm, from the spirit realm, and manifest them. I mean, this makes us creatrixes and creators. I mean, this is very powerful. All of us are great manifestors. I don't want to hear anyone say, I don't know how to manifest. We all manifest. I mean, just to think that we actually pull things down from the spirit realm and manifest them. I mean, that's what I did when I created an altar. That's what I do when I talk to you and deliver what I need to deliver to you. So it's a feminine month. We begin on a feminine note. Through the feminine, we can ground, through that Capricorn new moon energy. We are in Capricorn. You take that feminine energy, nourish, and then ground from this place of being, not from a place of doing, from a place of being, and start to get healthy. 5 is the physical body. Start to take care of ourselves because we're going to learn how to be emotionally resilient into 2021. So I'm just going to read a little channeling that I shared in my ceremony, my full moon in Cancer ceremony. It's very short, and I'm going to actually read it without music because then I'm going to chant. The divine feminine presence has shown you that engaging in spiritual practice is not to take you out of this relative world, but to awaken in you the feminine mystic who shows up with commitment in the center of the incarnational experience. Amongst the experience of being human, you encounter the face of the Holy One. Through the authentic physical experience of your humanity, you will find transcendence, but you must go deep within the mystery of the sacred shrine within. To manifest the body as holy temple is to manifest the miracle. As you begin to cultivate a contemplative practice or nurture intimacy with the divine, you will start to become the Kala, the holy bride. Today, I ask you to press your ears to your heartbeat and to the heartbeat of humanity, and allow yourself to feel the pain of the world. Allow yourself to feel the joy of the world. Break your heart open until the rigid barriers you have placed around your heart break free. You ask yourself in moments of disorder and chaos, how am I to mend this world? The mending of this world happens with every act of loving kindness. Alaha, Alaha, Alaha. Mary Magdalene. Beautiful. So let's chant the Shlom Lech. Ready? Let me just change microphones so you can hear me, because sometimes with the microphone I need to use two different ones for the drum. Shalom Inhale, hold the breath, and exhale. Have a blessed, blessed 2021. I'm speaking to you on this New Year's Eve, and may this month of January be filled with blessings for all of you. Avunda Vishmaya Ahava. Thank you.